Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching CNXG. This is part 2 of a Q&A video where I'm answering all your guys' questions from the last Q&A video I did last Monday. Any questions you guys have today, please go down below in the comment section. Ask me, I'll answer any questions you guys have next Monday in the next Q&A video. So this is part 2. Let's get started with the next question, which is from Lynn in Holland. Hello, Lynn. What is better to do? Discard the narcissist or be the one discarded? Well, regardless, okay, everybody, if you're dating a narcissist, break up with them. Whatever you got to do, abandon, discard, break up, divorce, get away from them. Don't wait for them to do it to you. No, okay? So that's going to be my answer always. I'm not going to tell anybody, oh no, it's better to be discarded, so wait. Wait till they discard you. Just stay around and just wait. I don't care how long it takes. Don't discard them. No, you want to break away from relationships with toxic people. You want to end abuse immediately. You cannot continue this on. You cannot wait and do it later. You cannot wait for the children. You cannot wait until the children are 18, go to college, or until you have gotten your surgery or you got the money. You need to get away from them immediately. Immediately. Break away from our abuser. Okay? I know what you're asking. What ends up being a better outcome? And I could sit here and tell you, maybe if you discard them, that they, it doesn't matter because you could discard, and they're all different. They're not exactly the same. The thing about discarding them is you trigger stuff. If they have a big fear of abandonment, which a lot of them do, you trigger that stuff. You bruise their ego. It makes them keep coming back and back and back. But discarding them, telling them you're a narcissist and I've told everybody else and I hate you every time, those are ways that you can get rid of them. Not all of them, But when you're discarded, I've said before that sometimes has a better outcome, because if they discard you, right, they go about and do their whatever thing, and then they finally come back to you and you're moved on, gone, done. And why that can be good is because they give you some time to recover and heal, figure out, oh my God, that's what they are, and not go back. But get rid of them. Cut all abusive, toxic people out of your life. And I mean all of them. So after this relationship, evaluate all your other relationships. Do you have friends that are toxic? You don't need them. Look at your past relationships. Probably have some more. And you probably have somebody in your family that's a little toxic. So you got to learn how to deal with them or get rid of them. Okay? I hope that helps, Lynn. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay? And that's just the advice I have to give. Ideally, the ideal thing is whatever it is, discard or be discarded as long as it happens immediately. Okay? Thanks. Mike from Arkansas. Hello, Mike. What did my ex get out of hoovering me back and then... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading this wrong. What did my ex get out of hoovering me back following a horrific discard only to triangulate me with other guys? So she discarded you, got you back, and then started triangulating you with other guys. So that's called having my cake and eat it too. Right? That's what they want. I deserve this. I'm that good. Everybody should want me and love me and like me. I'm great. I'm godlike. I'm omnipotent. So, I'm telling you, if these people could have harems with every single victim they've ever had together, they would. It's illegal and we don't like it and we don't put up with it, but if they could, they would. Have every single victim they've ever had. Just throw them in there. When they're done with them, discard them back into that room with all of them. Let them all fight over them. Let them come over and say, oh, I want to be with you this time and you this time and all of you. Come here. You know what I mean? That's what they want. But why does she discard you and bring you back? And it's more complex than you think. These guys are so uncomfortable, so unstable. They're so miserable. They'll give you a hug and say, I love you so much, and they'll feel it. They'll feel like, oh, that you're the greatest, and then they'll look over your shoulder and see someone and be like, oh, maybe it's better over there. And then they go over there, and then they realize, oh, no, it's better over here. This is what happens when we think that external things make us happy. She thinks different people, different guys, different this will make her happy. She's clueless, has no fucking clue what makes her happy. And she doesn't know how to do anything for herself. So I need you to do this for me. I need you to do that for me. I need you to make me feel this way. Okay? She liked what you had, Mike. She didn't, when she discarded you, she was done. Then she wanted it back. Now she wants some other guys. Now she wants them all. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay? Good luck. Chester from Romania. Hello. Why am I envious of the narcissist? I imagine him being rich and great family and house and financially successful. It's not fair. Is this normal? It's not normal to be envious. This is a normal reaction to being with a manipulative, emotional abuser. If that's your situation. First of all, envy. Envy happens when we believe we can't achieve what somebody else has. Like, so we see somebody else has whatever it is. You guys could fill in the blank. Whatever that person has, if I can't do it, then I'm envious. I want to take it from that person instead of go get it myself. That's why narcissists are so envious. There's a lot of things narcissists cannot do for themselves. And they see that we do it for ourselves and they get envious. I hate that person. I want to take what they have and destroy them for it. So ask yourself, are you really envious? Another thing, you guys, these people have personality disorders. Okay, they aren't happy with great family and all this stuff. He might be, some of them are financially successful, sure, but that doesn't make you happy. I know a ton of rich people that are miserable. I've been pretty well off and nothing changed, nothing changes. I'm still the same person no matter how broke or rich I am. I still have my same problems, the same issues. I still feel the same. Now, I'm not talking about being deprived of things. There's things that, I need money to buy water to drink. Being homeless sucks. It's about meeting, that's a part of your emotional needs, feeling safe and secure and stuff like that. But this is all what happens when we believe that outside external things makes us happy. It's not. People with personality disorders are not happy. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what they tell you. They have no clue. They're not happy. That's why they're disordered. That's why we label them as disorders, because they're dysfunctional. They can't function in society. They're not happy. Almost all of them have been abused. That's why they're like that. They have horrible childhoods. He doesn't have a great family. Narcissists and disordered people don't come from great families, ever, ever. I'll challenge and argue anybody on that. Disordered people do not come from great families. No. Sorry, they do not. There's major things lacking. We monstersize these people. We think they're just huge because they're our abuser. They've been in our head for so long. We start believing this crap. You have to see these people for who they really are. Miserable. Absolute shame-based. Tons of insecurities. We confuse things like we see someone being loud and rude to other people, and we think that's confidence. We mistake that for confidence. That is absolutely not confidence. It's insecurity. So we're wrong. You're wrong about this guy. You're not right. And you want to talk fair. You want a personality disorder? Do you think that his narcissism may have helped him be financially successful? Okay, but it's not helping him have good relationships. No success in relationships. And relationships are the single most important thing in our lives. None of this financial success would matter if he was out alone by himself in the woods. And if it does, then go do that. There'd be more people doing that. We are creatures that have evolved through thousands of years with society, not alone. You're falling for a lie. You still believe the lie. You still believe the lie. And don't be envious of anyone. Go do it yourself. If you want to be financially successful, go do it. You can. Okay? But you have to realize that that's all he cared about. You know, that's it. Financial success. That's obviously all he cares about. Great. You achieved it. He might lose it. They're not stable. He might lose it. But that's all you have. You're one lonely person. Trust me. These people are lonely as hell. Even if you're surrounded by people, there's no sustaining like anything real good. I don't know, I'm going off on this because it's just so common that we think these people are like, they got something good going on, like there's some kind of gift. And I think it's the emotional duress that we're under, and we see them as not experiencing it because they don't care. They're right on to someone else. So it makes us feel like we're the weak, sick ones. What they do is not, let me put this very simple, you guys. What they do is not normal. Not normal. Cheating, lying is not normal. Being financially successful and not have one meaningful relationship is not normal. Okay? Being upset, being, feeling helpless and hopeless and stressed out and anxious and depressed after an abusive relationship, that's normal. I hope that makes sense. That's normal. They should be feeling like this too. But they're just off and running, aren't they? Got a new relationship. Oh, here's a picture of me looking happy. I'm doing well in my job. There's something wrong. And I don't care what it looks like. Dig a little deeper than skin deep. Because if you believe this, you're still under you still believe the lie. It's not true, okay? Please, try and see that. It's not true. Thanks. Christy from Ohio. Hello, Christy. My husband has been talking to another woman in our tiny little town for everyone to see, and he just keeps denying it. What is this? And then you say things like, I feel like I have PTSD and stuff like that. So, here again, I wouldn't know, Christy, exactly what his intentions are or why he's doing this or what he's going to do. But they want their cake and eat it too. So he's interested in talking to this girl, and the whole town sees he doesn't care. So either one, he doesn't care what you find out, what you think, and how you feel, or he wants you to. But I don't think he'd go that far out of his way to keep talking to this girl all the time. He enjoys it. He just doesn't care what you think. Now, he could be doing it on purpose just to hurt you, knowing it'll get back to you. But he wants his cake and eat it too. They don't ever admit doing anything wrong. So he knows this is wrong. He knows it upsets you, so he just denies it. It's that simple. You feel like you have PTSD. Well, you kind of do. It's called CPTSD. It's more complex than PTSD. PTSD is a single incident. Okay? And if you are suffering from this still, Christy, then this is stemming from your childhood. This is CPTSD. I have tons of videos on this. I make them almost every week. Please check out my playlist titled Healing CPTSD. Thank you, Christy. I hope that helps. Mary from Texas. Hello, Mary. I'm in shambles. After 6 months, no contact, I answered his phone call. I feel so lost. Where am I supposed to go from here? We're supposed to keep going forward, Mary. You're not supposed to stop. These are speed bumps, not roadblocks. It's not meant to stop you in your entire tracks and in your life forever. So you keep going, okay? Now, obviously, this tells me you haven't done much in those 6 months. This tells me that it's like a dry drunk. We call that an alcoholic, who just quits drinking. I'm telling you, drinking is not the problem. It's a symptom of something much greater. So you could stop the drinking, you still feel the same. You stopped him, but you still feel the same. You aren't doing the work. I'm telling you, the people that I get to do the work heal. The ones that don't do it, don't heal. It's that simple. There's so much more to do, Mary. Please seek a professional. They help you with this stuff, okay? They guide you along. There's a ton of work to do. you not only have to process this relationship, you have to process your past. Because something in your past made you get involved in this. So now you haven't fixed it, and all you're doing is trying to heal, feel better from this, and it's not working. You're eventually going to feel a little better. But there's a reason that you got involved in this relationship, and it's the same reason you've bought into his Hoover. So if you don't fix it, you will keep buying into it. Or you'll just meet somebody else because you're not fixing you. Okay? I hope that makes sense, Mary. Thank you. Morgan from France. Hello, Morgan. I haven't seen my ex for a month and a half. I'm now starting to have nightmares of him and other toxic relationships I've had. Does this mean my brain is out of shock? Interesting. That's an interesting concept. So you were in this bad relationship. Now it's been over for a month and a half, and you didn't have nightmares until now. So maybe that's your brain telling you. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's your brain, coming out of this shock, out of this trauma, right? Trauma is starting to subdue a little bit. Your brain's starting to say it's okay now, and you're starting to have all these emotions and stuff. Trauma has a ton of emotions tied to it. And the problem with trauma is we don't process our experience very well at all. Sometimes we forget it all. We don't think about it at all. But it's always in there. And everything that's ever happened in your life, that memory is in your head somewhere. I don't care if you can't recall it, can't remember it. It's in there. And with those are a ton of emotions attached. And those emotions, imagine emotions that are attached to a traumatic experience. One that you cannot handle. So what happens often is after this stuff is over and your brain starts calming down a little bit, now it's time to start feeling these emotions again, okay? So you have all these emotions surfacing now that your brain is feeling okay and comfortable enough to do that. It's very similar to drug addicts. Drug addicts suppress their feelings with drugs. Suppress. When they stop doing the drugs, these emotions, they got to start feeling them now. And they're pretty intense, okay? Talk. If your nightmares are bothering you, everyone, right when you wake up, keep a pad and paper by your bed. The second you wake up, write down everything. Don't just write down what the dream was. Write down how you felt, okay? Because these are feelings. These are emotions, okay? Hope that helps, Morgan. Thank you. Julissa from Massachusetts. Pretty name. Hi, Julissa. My ex made a huge effort to make me climax during sex, but he never could. He wanted to so much, but then started... So you're saying your ex really made an effort to make you climax during sex, and that he never could get you to. And he concentrated and focused on it so much, right? This is common. I know this. Trust me. So you think, oh, he really cares. He really cares about me. He really wants to satisfy me, right? It's all ego. It's all fucking ego. All ego driven. He's worried more about what you go tell someone else. Trust me. So then after he realized he can't make a climax, he started telling you that sex was weird with you and different things. He's devaluing you. So he realizes he's shame-based, right? Total shame-based, tons of insecurities. He believes he's a bad person. His false ego is to cover that up. No, I'm not. I'm great. So ego is fake, false, stupid crap, right? So, I have to be good in bed. Boom. If I'm good in bed, if I'm bad in bed, I'm this. If I'm good in bed, I'm ego. If I'm bad in bed, I'm shame. Do you see? It's all ego-driven. They're ego-driven. He wanted to believe that, how shallow is that? That I'm a good person depending if I make my partner climax. God, that's what it came down to him. And when he couldn't, now he believes he's a bad person. So he starts devaluing you. You're the bad person. Sex is weird with you. Don't ever have sex with someone again that tells you it's weird. Ever. Right? Then he started doing drugs and drinking before sex. Don't have sex with people that are drunk and doing drugs. Then he realized he was hurting me and wouldn't stop. So one time during sex, he was hurting you and you started crying and he wouldn't stop. Well, now he doesn't really care, does he? Nothing changed. Nothing changed. He never cared. He never cared about you. He never, ever cared about you from the beginning. And he could have hurt you the first time and then try to make you climax later. He doesn't care. It's not about how you feel. It's his ego. They have no empathy. This is empathy. They cannot conceive of how you feel because it's not me. I can't do that. They can't do that, right? So ego, I have to be good in bed. Now hurting you, that's okay. Do you see? You know, for a very shallow guy who bases who he is on his sex life, right? I can't make girls climax. Well, if you base who you are on that, well, then you suck. Right? I mean, you know, and oh, I made a girl hurt. Maybe that's a good thing to him. That's all he cares. It's just him. That's all him. That's it. Hope that makes sense. Thank you. R.A. from Florida. Can you talk about why narcissistic mothers encourage their daughters to isolate? Saying things like, you don't need friends, you just need to be single, you don't need to have children, etc. Yeah. No autonomy. No autonomy. You cannot be your own person. You don't worry about what you need, what you want, how you feel. Me. Also, she might have a huge fear of abandonment and doesn't want to lose her daughter. Doesn't want to lose her daughter to a man. Doesn't want to lose her daughter to their children. Okay? Obviously, I mean, that's extremely not normal, isn't it? What mother doesn't tell their daughter, get married, have children. Get married, have children. Get married, have children. That seems like it's the only thing I ever hear. You know, who cares about school? Who cares about career? Who cares about how you feel? Get married, have children. To see a mom say, don't, that says, don't leave me. Here's me. Here's you. A part of me. I can go get married. I've had kids. I live my life. And you are here for me in my life. You don't go live yours. My guess. I made a video called Daughters of Narcissistic Mothers. Check it out, okay? Thank you. SB. I swear all the people are toxic. Not just people we know. They're everywhere. I mean, they just want money or use people. Very negative, but a very normal reaction, okay? I get this. I felt like this. When you take people who are doing very bad, they typically have a bad view of the world. If you take people who are doing very good, they have a typically good view of the world. Okay? Very common. Very common. People aren't all toxic. I promise. Okay? I used to think like this when I was, you know, living every day with an abuser. And after I realized all these people treated me really bad, I felt like that. And now I don't, okay? I have beautiful people in my life, okay? All I concentrate on are good, happy, great things in the world with people, you know? So I can choose to see bad things because we all have bad and good. None of this black and white thinking, guys. Life is gray. Different shades of gray, okay? None of this black and white thinking. If you know one good person, then don't say all people are bad. Can't do that, right? You're a good person. You know that. You just don't feel it. See? So if you know some bad people, you might think that everyone's bad. Get rid of them. Get rid of bad people. Listen to how your body feels when you're around someone. Notice how some people make you feel good. Some people make you feel sick. Some people make you feel annoyed. Some people make you feel anxious, depressed. Some people make you feel good. Those are the people you want to be around. Okay? You've been around people that make you feel bad for too long. So make that positive environment so that you feel positive. Okay, it's really hard to have a positive attitude in a negative environment. People that can do that are amazing. Okay? That's all, guys. Thank you very much. Hope that helps. Please keep asking me questions. Figure this stuff out, okay? And I love that you guys are helping and supporting each other down there in the comment section. I see it. I notice it. Don't worry, I do. I think that's great. You reach out, you know, because one of the major things is that we feel so alone. And that's one of the reasons why we did this. Not enough support growing up, not enough love. And that's what we're looking for, okay? But the love you need is right here. It's inside. Love yourself, okay, guys? Thank you very much. I'll see you next Monday. Please share this stuff if you can. Get it to people who need to see it. Get it out to seen in places you normally wouldn't see this. Start conversations about this stuff, okay? Thank you. Everybody love yourself first, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.